France says it will spend more than $360 million improving African security, including the training of some 12,000 African troops for regional and UN peacekeeping operations. VOA West Africa correspondent Scott Stearns has our story.
French President Nicolas Sarkozy announced the security assistance at the close of a two-day Franco-African summit that included nearly 40 heads of state. In addition to meeting greater security challenges, they talked about illegal immigration, climate change, food security, commodity prices, and the importance of good governance and democracy in Africa. 200 French business leaders also met with African officials to discuss boosting bilateral trade on a continent where long-standing French commercial interests face growing competition from China and the United States. French business leaders at the summit announced they'll now share more energy technology with African partners. President Sarkozy backed Africa's call for a permanent seat on the UN Security Council. African Union President Bingu Mutharika welcomed that support.
This summit has been extremely successful and opened up new windows of opportunity for greater cooperation between France and Africa.
South African President Jacob Zuma says a greater African presence on the international stage is long overdue.
One issue that has been touched upon by our chairperson of the AU is the issue of our getting into the multilateral institutions. Is a critical point for Africa. We believe very strongly that times have changed.
Congo Republic President Denis Sassou Nguesso says one permanent seat on the Security Council is not enough.
Congo, c'est celle de l'Union africaine.
Two permanent seats on the Security Council are needed for Africa, and I believe the world understands that we cannot continue to manage world issues without Africa. In a serious global economic crisis, such as we have at the moment, meetings are being held all over the place, and Africa just does not count. We think we can no longer continue to manage world issues in a way conceived immediately after World War II.
President Sarkozy says he'll push for a permanent seat for Africa on the Security Council and a greater role in other international organizations when France takes charge of both the Group of 8 and the Group of 20 leading economies next year. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Dakar.